mamas, welcome to today's workout. We have got a 20-minute prenatal strength and cardio workout with no equipment. So we're gonna do 10 minutes of strength, 10 minutes of cardio, 50 seconds on, 10 seconds off. If you need a warm-up, check out my warm-ups under my playlist because we're gonna get right to work. Starting with the Sumo Squat, take your feet wide, toes out, arms extended. We're gonna reach to the floor and then stand up. So knees drive out over those feet. You're not quite in a plie, so toes aren't totally turned to the side, but they are turned out, so those knees press out over your toes. Chest is up, and when you squat down, I'll show you from this side, I want your chest to stay up and your weight to go back in your hips. If you find you're leaning forward or you can't quite touch the floor, I want you to keep your hands in front of your chest instead and just focus on squatting rather than just reaching to the floor. But try to go as low as you can here. We're just getting those hips nice and warm, driving out of those heels, squeezing those glutes at the top. Three, two, one. All right, 10-second break. We're gonna move to a lateral lunge. So we're gonna alternate legs on this one, stepping to the right, then the left, feet underneath those hips, hands on your hips, big step out to the right, step back in, big step out to the left. So we're just gonna alternate legs, feet point straight ahead this whole time, so we're not opening up those hips. And as you lunge, I want you to push your butt back, tip forward from your hips, but keep your chest up. So again, you're never rounding your spine, you're always keeping that chest lifted, core braced, and that means your belly button is pulling in toward your spine, right here, pushing through this heel, squeezing the glutes. So we're getting that full body work here. You can go as fast or as slow as you want. That's why we're doing timed intervals. You can work at your own pace. We're only gonna do each exercise one time today, so we gotta make it count. Let's rest. We're gonna move to a double pulse lunge. My favorite and least favorite. Feet under hips. We're gonna start stepping back with that left leg, and then we're gonna switch. So 2 pulses, left leg, step in, switch. 2 pulses, right leg. Now the pulse is small. You can see that, right? Only a couple inches. And when I'm in that lunge, my back knee goes straight down, my front knee's right over my ankle. Now it's gonna keep that work in the quads and the glutes. Keep those knees safe. So just make sure you're not gripping through your toes and that your front heel is grounded and pushing into the floor. That's gonna, again, keep that knee safe, keep the work in your glute. It's more about going deep in the lunge too than doing it fast. I want you to drop that back knee really low. It's one of my favorite and least favorite, like I said, because it really makes you work. You can feel that leg burn. Time. All right, static squat. For this one, feet are outside hips. We're gonna bring the hands in front of our chest. We're gonna squat and we're gonna stay in that squat. 50 seconds, are you ready? Let's go. And you can do what you want with your arms. You can bring them here, 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 here. That's the hardest. Do what you feel like, but I do not want them pushing on your legs. That's cheating. Want your hips back. Weight in those heels so you can wiggle your toes and you're not rounding that spine, chest up. Again, I think it helps sometimes if you're tempted to round your back to put your hands here and think sit into those hips so you can really feel those glutes opening up. And don't forget to breathe. Those legs need oxygen. Stay with me. If you need to come higher, you can come up, but do not quit. We're almost there. Last 8 seconds. Breathe in 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, come to the edge of your mat. We're gonna do a monster walk. So we're gonna squat down, stay down, walk it right and left. Sit back, arms up, here we go. I do it about the length of my mat, so that's 3 steps each side. Leading with the outside edge of my foot, so my hip, knee, and ankle are all in line. Hips are back. It's up to you how low you wanna go on this one, but I want your legs bent. If you feel good, give me a deeper squat. And once you get down in that squat, you stay down. You're not coming up as you walk. Same thing here, chest up, shoulders back. If it helps, put your hands here. Weight in those heels. And if you feel good, you can give me a little bit faster pace. But again, it's more about staying low than how fast you go. Great for your hips, those outer thigh muscles. Time. All right, we're gonna come to the floor for a kneeling push-up. So we're gonna start on our knees, hands about as wide as the mat, knees wide for balance, shoulders over wrists. We're gonna drop that chest down and up. So chest goes as low as you can here. Elbow height would be optimal, but if you're in your third trimester like me, your belly's getting big, so you might not be able to go quite as low, and that's totally fine. Go as low as you safely can, and make sure you're dropping your chest, not your hips. And you're not just arching your back or lowering your hips. I want that chest going down, and your body moves all as a unit. So that way, you're strengthening your core, your hips, and your upper body all together. Whew. Push-ups are not a pregnancy exercise that I feel like is really pregnancy friendly, but they can still be done just with some modifications. Rest for a second. We're gonna come back to that position. This time we're gonna do shoulder taps. So you can bring those hands in just a little bit, body weight forward, butt down, right, left. Let's tap it out. So I want your body weight forward. That's gonna put pressure on the shoulders and on your abs. If it's too intense, you can bring those knees in, tap it out like this. But if you can, try to bring those knees back. The wider the knees are, the more it's gonna help you balance. And as you're lifting that hand to tap the shoulder, I want you to try to minimize movement in your core, in your hips, by pulling your belly button in toward your spine. And that way, again, we're strengthening all those core muscles, including the glutes. Nice and light when we put that hand back down. Breathing through it. We're almost there, 8 seconds. And rest. All right, we're gonna move to a bird dog. So we are gonna bring those knees in under the hips now. Hands under shoulders. Opposite arm and leg are going to extend up and out. Here we go. So front leg, back arm, back leg, front arm. The arm goes up to shoulder height, the leg goes to about hip level. You can flex or you can point the toe, squeezing that glute. And we don't want that leg going higher than the hip. That will keep the work in the glute and safely in the low back without straining it. As you extend and lift, pull your belly button in toward your spine. Look out just past your fingertips and keep that chin tucked. This one, I want you to try to move your leg and arm in unison and do it with control. We do these a ton in my prenatal workouts because it's one of the best exercises for your whole core during pregnancy and postpartum. So you can do these all day, every day, and it's only gonna help you in pregnancy. Last one. Good work, guys. All right, we're gonna move to a side plank hold. So come down onto your forearm, elbow under shoulder, 90 degrees, bottom leg bent, extend your top leg, reach up, lift that bottom hip. Now here, I want you to press out of your forearm. I want you to pick up your waistline, pull your belly button in toward your spine, and use that top arm to reach to the ceiling, like someone's pulling you from a string through that ceiling and lifting your body. You're keeping your core nice and tight the whole time. You're always pressing that forearm down so the shoulder stays away from the ear. Now you're gonna feel it in your glute and your shoulder quite a bit here, but if you're feeling it primarily in your shoulder, I need you to pick up that waistline a little bit more, or just come down, take a break, get back into it when you're ready. 50 seconds is a long time. And you can tell I'm out of breath, so I know you're feeling it too. We're almost there. Let's flip around, other side. Reset that forearm, 90 degrees, bottom leg bent, top leg straight. Reach, lift, brace, and breathe. Keep lifting through that waistline. About halfway there. Another great core exercise for pregnancy and postpartum. Engaging your core safely without straining your back, straining your abs, causing ab separation. Rest. We're gonna move to our cardio phase. So you've got 30 seconds to rest. You can grab water, take some deep breaths. I know I'm out of breath after that strength portion. So carefully come up to your feet when you're ready. We've still got about 15 seconds left. Just letting that heart rate come down here, and we're gonna keep going. All right, 8 seconds. We're gonna start with a step jack to begin that cardio phase. So we're gonna reach those arms up, tapping each foot right to left. Here we go. So think a jumping jack, just stepping instead of jumping. If you wanna jump, go for it. But I'm almost 32 weeks pregnant, and a jumping jack sounds like torture to me right now. So I'm gonna stick with these. So you've got options. You can make it a little more high impact if you want to. You're feeling good, you're not pregnant, or you can stay with me. But I want you to really pull those elbows down, reach up, make it fast, light on those feet. 20 seconds left. If your heart rate wasn't up in that last circuit, it will be in this last one. We've got 9 minutes of work left. We're gonna keep doing the same intervals, 10 seconds rest. Really keep that heart rate up. Rest. All right, we're gonna do a high knee march. Arms are gonna come up, and we're gonna bring that knee to the hands and try to meet it in the middle. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. So knees come up now. The bigger your belly, the harder it is gonna be to bring those knees up. So if you can't go quite as high, you can't get the knee to touch the hands, no big deal. But I still want you to use those arms to create some momentum. And that's gonna elevate the heart rate. Again, that's the whole point of this phase, is getting that heart rate up. You can go as slow or as fast as you want to here. About 15 seconds. Last 3, 2, 1. Good work, guys. All right, we've got a downhill skier. So feet are underneath the hips. Pretending like you've got ski poles in your hands. You're gonna come high up on those toes and then ski down that hill. Here we go. So on the toes, hips push back. Those arms are swinging, nice and controlled. And at the top, hips finish under their shoulders. So you're pushing the butt back and then squeeze the booty. But you're not driving those hips really far forward. You're keeping them under your shoulders. That's gonna keep your lower back safe and get your glutes and your core stronger. Really use those arms here. High up on those toes. We're only doing it once. You got 10 seconds, let's push. Nice. All right, moving to a lateral shuffle. Come to one end of your mat. We're gonna shuffle lightly, side to side, hands in front of the chest. Here we go, hips back, and switch. You can only go about the length of your mat, or you can go bigger if you want to. And you can go lower to make it harder on those legs, or stay up higher. Up to you. You can also walk it out if it's too intense to pick up your feet and shuffle, or you don't feel confident with balance at this point. I get it. You do what you can to stay in the work. Last 15 seconds, if you can, go lower or speed it up. Good work, guys. Moving on to a knee lift with a tap back. I'm gonna show you this one from the side. We're gonna start lifting that right knee and then tap back with that foot. Here we go. So right knee up, tap back, left foot. Right knee lift and tap. And I'm using my arms to kind of run it out, bringing that knee up as high as you can. And then once you feel comfortable, you can start to speed it up. I'm gonna be light on those feet. Again, it's more about cardio here, so I want you to really pump those arms, drive that knee up, big step back, light on the feet. Last 10 seconds, make it count. Time. All right, same thing, this time on the other side. Take a deep breath, let that heart rate come down. Let's push it right back up. So left knee lifts, right foot taps. Make sure you're not leaning too far forward when you tap back, keeping that chest up. Really light on those feet to protect the knees. Whew, 20 seconds to go. Can you pick up the pace a little? And rest. All right, one of my favorites, ball slam. So pretend you've got a weighted sand ball, feet outside hips. We're gonna take that ball overhead, slam it to the floor. 3, 2, 1, here we go. So use those arms and use those legs. I want you in a nice deep squat when you throw it down. But as you do that, keep your chest up, sitting the weight back into your heels and your hips, so you're never rounding that spine. If you've done these at the gym with a weighted ball, you know you have to throw it really hard, get your whole body into it for that ball to bounce back up. So that's what we're doing here. 15 seconds, can you pick it up? Last 5 seconds, come on, come on. Rest. All right, moving to a knee lift with a twist. So we're gonna bring one knee up at a time, fingers to temples, and we're gonna rotate toward that knee. Here we go, lift and twist. So the knee comes straight up, and then you're rotating through that upper spine, through the obliques to twist. Now, more pregnant you are, the harder it's gonna be to get that knee up. That's okay, I'm not asking you to touch your knee to your elbow. What I want you to do is keep your chest up and keep your elbows up, because that way we're gonna get that nice crunch, keeping the shoulders working here and not compromising our back. Light on those feet, you got 15 seconds. Last 3, 2, 1. All right, moving on to a skater hop. So I'm gonna show you a hopping version and a stepping version, so you can pick which one you wanna do. Come to one edge of your mat, little hop one side, leg goes behind, and switch. Using those arms. Now this is the hop, light on those feet, landing toe ball heel, or this is the step, and you're still taking that leg behind. If you want, you can hop more bigger, I should say. Make that move really cardio heavy here. Use those arms. You can do a variation of the hopping and the stepping, whatever works for you. Just make sure you land really soft. Ten seconds. Nearing the finish. We got this. All right, rest. One exercise to go. It's a squat thrust. So we're gonna squat down. This time you've got the ball, you're gonna squat and then throw it up in 3, 2, 1. So that heavy ball, again, we're trying to push it so it touches the ceiling. So I need you in a deep squat, butt almost to knees, and then use those hips. Create that momentum and that power to drive the ball up. Bracing your core. Halfway there. Come on, last one. Let's get to that point where we really feel like we're working our hardest. Ten seconds. Three, two, one. Oh, we are done. Hope you guys enjoyed it. That's our 20-minute prenatal strength and cardio workout. No equipment, and we got a killer workout in just 20 minutes. If you're curious about my other workouts, be sure to check out my playlist. I've got them broken down by each trimester. Plus, in the description below, I always link my heart rate monitor, plus what outfit I'm wearing. This is my favorite postpartum and pregnancy workout brand, so be sure to check out. It's all from Amazon too, even better. So I look forward to seeing you here for our next prenatal workout. Let me know what you think in the comments.